Well, maybe we'll get a scream in this trial right now.
Everyone will break down.
9:51 a.m. District Court number 3. Nick? Yeah? Do you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure for her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Mara, for all you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's come today to show her support. Yeah, that's definitely what she's coming for. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Dubai doesn't know that we're about to accuse her family.
Her horrible, horrible family.
She's gonna be so shocked when we all of a sudden just accuse her aunt of going crazy.
Hey.
Hey,
that.
Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you can do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? We're asking a little kid to do some spirit channeling for us.
He's a prodigy.
I was sort of hoping to send the honest today and watch.
Hey, look over there.
It's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough about our help. I'll show you this gun if you do it.
Yeah.
Mr. Nick, that's enough.
Oh.
You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. But Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Practice safe educational intimacy. Ooh, thank goodness. Nick? This way. Pearls won't be able to see the trial. This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trials. What do you mean? What's going on? Oh, he did that so that she wouldn't see him accusing her mom? Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's some big brain, Phoenix.
He has a big heart.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is more.
Me.
I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Frey. Ha 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 ha. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Gulp. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the challenge chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the challenge chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking.
Like, quick, give all the phase trauma. Pearl, drop Mia. Look at what's going on. Mia, come back.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. The spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You be quiet. Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! Miss Fey, please testify to court what happened during this time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Okay, interesting.
Press it all.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from her herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
That makes no sense.
Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However...
Be the defendant for murder.
However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Mia, good to see you again.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Do we press that?
Press everything.
Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful.
Whoa.
I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Rude.
Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police.
I think it was right away.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something as so simple as call the police?
It is. In real life, you gotta tell someone to do something.
No, I think he's asking why did you ask two people to do it? No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I know. But in real life, that's what you pretty much have to do. A lot of people, like, kind of just stand around and someone has to kind of take charge.
Yeah, bystander effect. Damn,
Yep.
bystander effect. If
Someone
there's
else will take care of it. You take care of it.
if there's a possibility of escape, then one of us should stay behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
There was another reason you want both of us to get out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims.
Every time it pans away from Phoenix, it looks like he's like a skeleton for his split frame.
The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my on for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. A pistol is hanging from Mystic Miles' hand and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement?
That's the severing technique.
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Hell no, you lie. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. So something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Oh yes, very well. Why did it sound feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? It's making this way harder. Now, witness, continue what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room.
Where was she even run?
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from me so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey? Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still the inertia it's called. But if she had run away, wouldn't she have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. This story is weird. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the challenge chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness was not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Ma Fei did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the challenge chamber? Yes. That is exactly what should be. Be quiet, you.
Do you answer rhetorical questions? I don't know. Do you?
Now then, what the escapee has done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Well, who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Leave.
Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fei. Is this correct? Damn, they're double teaming us. Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Jeez. After the murder. Like, when the challenge started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Do you mean the defendant, Maya Fei? Don't you mean the defendant? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fei was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying the spirit was the spirit of his witness's sister? Yes, Meenie Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. that's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yeah. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Obviously. Duh, are you stupid?
Dummy.
Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. For even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Alright, after the murder. When the challenge started, I was sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that it was gonna be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyways, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came into the room really suddenly. It was my sister.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mrs. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. How dare you?
How dare you?
But more than that, she must have messed up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Meanie Miny? Well, I hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in a sad way. Sure. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise at seeing their dead loved one alive again? But maybe if I was someone who didn't know about the occult? But I know all about the crane channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning?
Never.
Always push. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? Nope. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But... Don't keep badgering her.
Then I'll show evidence.
You know the phrase objection? Can you try using that once in a while instead of your whip? Mr. Wright? The question is what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important?
It's very important.
It kinda is.
You know why, Neng?
I kinda do, yeah. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. Okay, my theory why is... I feel like if you... Why did she miss out on the whole seance thing if her sister was gonna show up, you know?
He supposedly didn't know that it was gonna be her sister.
She didn't?
No.
Oh, well, then I
But
guess
what
the second.
if your sister comes into the room covered in blood, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that too, yeah. I was gonna say, wouldn't you be... If you knew that there was a seance or, you know, a channeling going on that day, wouldn't you be shocked that someone being possessed is coming to your room and not the seance room, you know? Anyways, we both pretty much have the same line of thought.
It's crossing the same point.
Yeah. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all. And like her costume looked totally like normal. We gotcha! Bam! Just to confirm, I'm correct, right?
Yeah, that works.
Alright. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. You lying bitch. Huh? What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
You're dead.
You're dead?
Get out of here.
Yeah. Bring the little gremlin back so we can accuse her mom. Miss Miney, may I remind you what you just said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture.
Oh, I guess the picture would have worked too.
This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney, stop eating your hat. I'm thinking, don't interrupt me.
Oh, wait. She had her sister's eyes.
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? Now, witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Is she also a spirit channeler? Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't believe how much people I see lose their minds up there, Mia. Actually, you could believe. You've been here for probably most of them. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean snap. You know, just lost myself for a sec. Teehee. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. This judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help is gonna be. After murder part 2. Like, the side room was like kinda dark, you know? So like in the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And now I like persuading my sister it wasn't like right to do something like that. And then like I took my sister to that challenge chamber. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Grim. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. After the murder, part 2. Okay. The side room's like kind of dark, you know? Wasn't this done in the middle of the day? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. I'm like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay.
Her eyes were closed so she couldn't see.
Can't breathe. What is that? That's her statement? Yeah, I can't see. My eyes don't open. It's like the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. I mean, we can press for that, man. You didn't see the blood?
Colorblind like Kevin.
Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's
It looked like a finger gun.
Are you gonna tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at, like, was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Meanie Mine, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. Ooh, I thought you didn't, How did you know she shot Dr. Gray?
First in the room, I shot Dr. Gray. Yep.
Oh, I think, yeah, but I think, like, she knew. She said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan for murder. Did Miss Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the challenge chamber.
No, you didn't.
Well, your sister calm by that time. Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? Might I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When you...
Arrived at the crime scene? We're going to the crime scene?
No. I think this is a Pearl connection.
Oh, for the broken...
Yeah.
Oh,
broken
yes.
Yes. So we're going to the crime scene, right?
Oh, yep, we're going.
I'm talking about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder, baby.
Always.
Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't, Teehee. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the challenge chamber is all that important? Yes.
It's very important.
I asked because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Now, come on, Phoenix, you know where we're going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the challenge chamber. Oh, we got her.
That
Ba-bam.
the pearl.
You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan's Faye's daughter, Pearl Faye. We only have a picture because we can't bring the real one out.
It'd be too much trauma.
Yep. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Ah! Suffocating myself in my head. As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Wow. Hey, you said it, not us. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous.
Wasn't just a dumb child. It was a destructive child.
It's not preposterous and I can prove it. What sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Right?
Yep. Sacred urn.
Take that. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? And why does it say 1 o'clock on it? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Ah! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What?
I know you're an airhead, but you would have cut yourself.
Miss Miney? Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you're walking, I have to declare you legally blind. I mean, look at her eyes. She kind of is legally blind. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar! Wow. Ah! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what you say is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was
and now it doesn't make any sense.
I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room?
There's no way.
There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction?
In her...
Help me.
That's telling me.
It's in her testimony? It's in the evidence? Oh shit, which one is it? Okay,
well, we've always said evidence, but we should say testimony now.
It could be testimony. I wish we can get like a transcript of what she said.
Like every other visual novel?
Yeah. I mean, in a detective game in court, I feel like it's very important to get transcript.
Maybe that'll be a future thing.
Yeah. I don't see any clues here that could lead towards the evidence being the key, you know?
So don't use the evidence.
Yeah.
Use her testimony.
Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart was not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's Very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I can see to Miss Faye that Miss Faye was the only person in the challenge chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the challenge chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Ah!
Is this where behind the folding screen becomes use?
I think it's almost time. But look at the Manor Guard map. If one were to go between the side room and the challenge chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off to a basis of assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix.
The chamber.
Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
In the murder room.
In the Fay Manor Guy Map Partial. Take that. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But challenge chamber. Isn't that the crime scene?
That's where murder would happen.
That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's why that. Mr. Phoenix, Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the challenge started. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding?
Behind the screen.
Wha-bam! Here, of course. But behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
You mean the past?
There's no way anyone was hanging out behind the folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so dumb depending on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. I guess I should help you along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of
this box.
Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box, no person can fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. A lot of this proved that she was hiding from me in it. But the clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. I like her spinning hat animation.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The screen, right?
Yeah.
The screen and this combined.
Because they have the whole...
Yep.
Yeah.
Take that! Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence that old thing. This... What on earth? Ah! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole the same height? That's right. I hope this has opened up your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order! So, what you were saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that this person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as my fae. To masquerade as my fae? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Correct?
Right. It's not possible.
It is not. It really is impossible for one person to do the preparations that is.
Ah! Blind you before you can continue your career.
Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Well, wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
Yeah, Doctor.
Pearl.
No.
It was her. Girl, this person. If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. But Morgan Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to that, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it?
Break down.
No, damn. This is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2. Both of them had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Ma's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the phone screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bam! After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the challenge chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. She just whipped the photo.
Yep, she whipped description.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who's that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by chance, evolving?
We're actively evolving.
What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood will lose due to something this petty?
Yes.
What in the fuck? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? That's a very easy question to answer, Von Karma.
You just handing it to us?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
You have a super motive.
You have a really super motive. I can't say she has no motive here. I'm thinking of more now. What is the reason for why Dr. Gray dead? The reason why Dr. Gray dead is this. Ba-bang. Oh, this, right?
No,
maybe,
the other one.
Maybe. Oh yeah, accent. Yeah.
Causing it.
Yeah. Huh. Just as I thought. You bored me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Just great. Now even she's calling my full name. Think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes.
Yes.
Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. A drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I want to take revenge based on nothing? Well, what do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see...
Yes.
Pathetic Mr. Phoenix Wright. You fail to support your own theory. The end. You lose.
You lose. I win. Perfect record.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Okay, maybe the revenge plan is a little complicated, but she clearly has a motive.
It's that, and then yeah, for the Aunt Faye to be like, I have an idea. We can both proceed with our plans.
Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive piece of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tis. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Ah! Well, what happened? I thought I had it for sure. Hee. See, like, it's just as I told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. Huh? Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright?
Alright.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Oh, Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous, messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Yes, I can.
Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do is now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. A Von Karma only cares about the perfect W. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second here. To be continued. Wow, this is real abrupt.
Yep. Recess time. I gotta heal my whip wounds.